like it, but it does allow our kids more opportunity to play. Please remember to keep socially distant. Once again, welcome to Gary Stadium. Tonight's starters. From Hall High School. Number 3, Cody Woods. Number 4, Robert Clark. Number 5, Nate Younger. Number 10, Carlos Coronado. Number
COVID-19. Thank you for your cooperation.
Welcome to downtown Colorado Springs, your home for fun and great music here on 333 Eco Radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem.
Welcome everybody to Gary Berry Stadium. I am Barry Reed, the District 11 broadcast announcer with Media Production Services. We thank you for tuning in tonight. We have got one of the older rivalries in town, the 42nd meeting between the Palmer Terrors and the Coronado Cougars. The Cougars, after a win last year, 47-26, take a commanding 24-17 lead in the all-time series. But that was last year, and that was in the past. We are getting ready for some football here this evening. Nice night, a little chilly. Fall has finally arrived at the stadium, shall we say. And these teams are ready to go at it. Palmer won the toss and deferred to the second half, which means Coronado will receive the opening kickoff. And we are about ready to get underway in this season of COVID-19 with week 2 here in the middle of October. Both of these teams coming off of losses last week, trying to get the season corrected here in week number 2. And this one squibs down and is gathered in about the 20. I think this is Mason Michi on the return. He's finally shoved out of bounds into Palmer territory. Where will they spot him? They will spot him at the 44-yard line of the Terrors. So a nice return of 45 yards for Mason Michi. And the Cougars will start 1st and 10 from there. Coronado comes to the line. Shotgun formation for Mitchell Newton, the quarterback, and he will give it straight off the middle to Sado 2, the senior, and the senior will be ahead for a gain of a couple. Make it 2nd and 8. Mitchell Nolan transferred into Coronado from the state of Minnesota and displaced Jaden Rempel as the quarterback. Rempel valuable in other parts of this offense for the Cougars. Read option, give it to 2 around the outside. And 2 is going to be inside the 40 down to the 39 with a gain of 3 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 5 for the Cougars. Last week, the Cougars traveled down to Mitch Johnson Field at Fountain Fort Carson and had several first game miscues, costing them an opportunity to win that game. Now Newton's first pass out here to Michi. Michi has the completion. He'll be spotted down to the 27-yard line, and it will be a first down for the Cougars. First and 10 from the 27-yard line. Newton looking to the sideline to check on the play. Chris Walters spread to the right. The other three receivers split to the left. Give it off to 2 around the left-hand side, and 2 is going to be tripped up after a short gain. That is Robert Clark on the tackle. Gain of 3 sets up a 2nd and 7. And the handoff straight up the gut, down to the 20-yard line. Gain of 4. That will bring up a 3rd and 3 for the Cougars on this opening drive. Michi working his way to the right. He'll be in the slot. And Walters to the right side. Read option, give it to Seydu 2. And 2 is down to the 17-yard line. That is going to be close, but should be enough for a first down for the Cougars. And it is. Now they get the signal to move the chains. Aiden Blanco now on the wing formation. Nowland in trouble. He'll keep it and work his way in towards the inside the 15 down to the 14. Coronado quickly back to the line, wasting little time here on the opening drive. Double tight end formation now. I backfield, give it to Michi. And Michi is going to be tripped up. That is Robert Clark, the 5'8" junior, knifing in from the outside linebacker position, making that tackle. 3rd and 7 now for the Cougars. Tight end to the right, 2 receivers to the left. I formation, Michi the deep man takes the handoff straight up the middle, and he'll bowl his way inside the 10-yard line. Fourth and 1, ball at the 8-yard line. They need the 7, do the Cougars. Going for it here. Second man through is Michi, fighting for it, driving the feet. And it looks like second effort is going to get Mason Michi the first down. 1st and goal, Cougars. So a very impressive drive. Cody Woods now comes off to get some equipment checked on. Michi changes direction. Started to the right, looked for a cutback lane, found it. He'll be down to what looks to be about the 3-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and goal from the 3 for the Cougars. And Cody Woods jogging back down, trying to get into the ball game again. But he will have to sit for this play. Little confusion in the backfield. Noten will just tuck it up. Looks like he might have picked up a yard. 3rd and goal from the 3 for the Cougars now. If you're tuning in on the Coronado YouTube channel, thank you so much for the tune in. Give off to Michi on the left-hand side. Big hole. And touchdown Cougars. It comes at 6:55. Mason Michi from 3 yards out. And the Cougars with the early lead. Henry Thompson on for the extra point now. First points of the year after being shut out last week for the Cougars. They do it in impressive fashion, and Thompson's kick is up and good. And just like that, 6:55 left on the clock, and the Cougars take the opening drive after a great kickoff return. Started them at the Palmer 44-yard line. And they cash it with a 3-yard Mason Michi run. And they lead 7-0 after the kick. Last year in this matchup, we had 2 of the premium running backs in the city in Ladarius Mays, who went to Nebraska to play on Saturdays, if they ever start playing. And also Javion Kendrick, the tailback for the Terrors, who will be taking the field next. As it turned out more of the Carlos Moreno, the quarterback, show for the Terrors, and Mays, as expected, lived up to the billing for the Cougars in that Cougar triumph. Thompson up and putting a foot into it. This was going to come down about the 12, get muffed and picked up. Breaking the tackle, flags flies. And this is Kendrick up the near sideline, lowers a shoulder, runs over one of the Cougars. And he will be drugged down at the 48-yard line, but the flag back at the 15-yard line. And it looks like this is coming back, but an impressive run, block in the back on the Terrors. And so that run all for naught. There you see Javion Kendrick, who had that return. He's dangerous. Last week, he had an 80-yard touchdown on a screen pass and then a run for about 64 yards. The only 2 scorers in the game for the Terrors. He'll line up to the left side of Moreno. Ball spotted at the 7-yard line. Give it off. Kendrick going to the right. Carrying Cougars tackles, but good pursuit by the Cougars. String that out, keep it a short gain. Gain of 2, make it 2nd and 8. Kendrick again coming to the near side. And a great job of that defensive front for the Terrors. That is going to be a 4-yard loss on the carry. Loss of 4 back to the 6-yard line. It's going to make it 3rd and 12. Last year against the Cougars, Kendrick had 9 carries for 48 yards was all. They contained him very well on the ground, but receiving, he had 6 catches for 185 yards and a touchdown. Moreno out into the flat, has the completion made. That is Robert Clark, the wide receiver. The senior with one catch for 28 yards a year ago has his first catch, and it's going to be enough for a first down. With the ball out to the 19-yard line. So they needed 12 and got 13. Moreno dumps it out in the flat to Kendrick. Kendrick with a nice stutter step move, but flag on the play. Kendrick might have set up his block a little too well with that little skip move. Flag back on the play at the 26. And the officials talking about it now. So what was a gain of 28 before the penalty turned into a loss all the way back inside the 15, back to the 13. Bring up 1st and 16 for the Terrors. Two receivers to the left of the formation, one to the right. Kendrick stands at the 5. Now Moreno backs into the shotgun. Moreno backing out into the flat. Can't believe it. He overthrew Kendrick on that little pass. Kendrick, nobody had come up from the Coronado defense to challenge him whatsoever. 4:17 left to go in the first quarter, and Coronado with a 7-0 lead. Palmer with its first possession, still trying to get out of its own end of the field. 2nd and 16 now. Moreno 2 to the short side. Give off to Kendrick, and Kendrick is going to get mauled. Jaden Johnny, the defensive end for the Cougars, Eric Sansucci, in on that tackle as well. So the left side of that Coronado defensive line allowing just a 2-yard gain. Kendrick deep, 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right now for the Terrors. 3rd and 14 here. Terrors need the 30-yard line. Moreno back and incomplete. Pass intended once again for Clark. Will be incomplete, and we will have 4th and 14 now. Abraham Camara back in punt formation for the Terrors. He stands at his 5-yard line. Muffs it, now has to pick it up and run with it, and he will be drugged down at the 10-yard line. Great pursuit by the Cougars, and they have set their offense up in great field position inside the Palmer 10. Timeout taken by the Terrors as they turn it over here at their 8-yard line, putting the Cougars in great position. Coming around the corner, John Ocampo on the special teams, trapping Kamara. Cougars cheerleaders not along the sidelines, but on the south end of the field here with the COVID restrictions in place now. Cheering their Cougars, who are leading 7-0, and with 3:24 left to go in the first quarter, are primed to score again. First and goal from the 8. Michi and 2 set in the backfield. Newton looking for the call to his coaches. 2 on the left, Michi on the right in the backfield. Give it to 2 on the delay. Sado 2 ahead for a gain of 2 to the 6-yard line. Be second and goal from there. Two receivers left. Give it to Michi around the left-hand side. Mason Michi, who scored from 3 on the opening possession, is going to get trapped here back at the line of scrimmage. Whistles blow. We might have had a flag, and there it is, just inside the 10-yard line. Personal foul, face mask on the Terrors. That will move the ball half the distance. Spot it down at the 3-yard line. And more importantly for the Cougars, gives them a first and goal from the 3. So a new set of downs for the Cougars. Newton with a nifty keeper around the outside. Fumbles at the goal line, pounced on by the Terrors. Lost and then covered. Let's see how they rule this. The Cougars were the last ones to come away with it, and the signal for touchdown. So Newton with the keeper came around the right side, but then he coughed it up. And Aiden Blanco, after the Terrors were unable to contain it, able to jump on it before it got to the base or to the end line for the touchdown. 2:18 in the quarter, in a bizarre Oakland Raiders kind of touchdown, if you're old enough. Thompson on now for the kick, and he smooth swings it and knocks it through for the 14-0 lead. For you youngsters and the fans that aren't old enough to get that resemblance, look up the Oakland Raiders and Dave Casper and the fumble forward touchdown on YouTube. And you'll see a play that changed a rule in the National Football League because the ball was batted forward. This one, just momentum carried it into the end zone on Nolan. And 2 Terrors looked to have position to jump on it, unable to keep it contained. But Aiden Blanco, it looked like, the tight end, able to fall on it before it got out of bounds. So 14-0 in favor of the Cougars. And a short kick trying to keep it away from Kendrick. And breaking the tackle. And ball on the ground at the midfield stripe. That is a scrum for it. Coronado says they have it. We will see. And you see the reaction of the Coronado sideline as they do have the ball. So a fumble on the kickoff. I believe that was Camara who picked up that squib kick. And advanced it, but lost it on the hit. So Coronado has it 1st and 10 from the 49 of the Terrors. All 3 Cougar possessions tonight have started in Terror territory. Newton with Michi behind him, drops back, and flags are going to stop this play. We should have motion against the Cougars. Looked like the receiver at the bottom of the screen got an early start. So 1st and 15. There you see the time left before the end of the first quarter. A little bit of deja vu for Palmer as Vista Ridge scored early and often in their game last week. Newton out into the flat, a little bit behind the intended receiver. That was Chris Walters. Incomplete, and that will bring up 2nd and 15. Pass out to Two. Two has it, able to slip one tackle. Now makes his way back into the middle of the field, able to pick up the 5 he lost. That will bring up 3rd and 10 for the Cougars here. Ball just inside the 49-yard line of the Terrors. 2 receivers to the top of your screen. Fake to Newton, pressure up the middle. Newton able to dance out to the left-hand side, but he will step out of bounds before the first down. He'll step out at the 44, so a gain of 5. That will bring up 4th and 5 for the Cougars. 1:15 on the clock. No punt team here for Monty Gutowski. The way their defense has been able to handle the Palmer offense, at least early in the going, a calculated risk here. Fourth and 5, they need to get to the 38-yard line. And timeout called by Monty Gutowski. That is the first Coronado timeout, leading by 14, looking to keep this drive going. 1:15 left to go in the first quarter. There you get a look inside the Palmer huddle. some of the fans that have made their way out on this chilly October night, middle of October. It's been so warm. Tonight's really the first chilly night we've had for football. Coronado, the home team. Team's now back on the field. 3 receivers to the right of the formation, bottom of your screen. Inside of 10 on the play clock. Cougars get the play off. Flag flies from the back judge. Gain of 3 is all. So we will wait to see the result of the flag. Looks like this might go against the Cougars, holding the preliminary indication. Holding Coronado. Palmer will decline that penalty and take over after the defensive stand at their own 41-yard line. So no damage done from the fumble on the previous possession for the Cougars. And Palmer will take over at their own 41-yard line. So there's something positive to build on as Moreno and Kendrick take their places in the backfield. 2 receivers to the right of the formation. Fake it to Kendrick, swing it out into the flat, breaking a tackle and down the right side. Big gain, and that is Robert Clark with his 2nd snag of the night. All the way down to the 43 of the Cougars, 16-yard pickup. Phil Naple in his first year as head coach of the Terrors, trying to take some of the repetitions away from Javion Kendrick and some of the wear and tear. There was a play where Kendrick was the decoy, the play before, and then the carry here. That is a gain of 7 for Javion Kendrick. Bring up 2nd and 3 for the Terrors. Inside of 30 seconds now. Moreno back looking down the near side, has a man open, caught for the touchdown. That is Nate Randall breaking through the senior for the touchdown and putting Palmer on the board with 10.5 seconds left in the game. Moreno to Randall, the 3rd touchdown for the Terrors. And the extra point is no good, but we've got a flag on the play running into the kicker. Jaden Fritzke, the senior. Phil Naple now getting the options, running into the kicker, personal foul. They'll move it half the distance. The Terrors 0 for 2 was Fritzke last week against Vista Ridge. Still looking for his first made attempt. The ball is down, and this one no good. So 14-6 is our score. 10.5 seconds left to go here in the quarter. And a new addition to the coach's view. A drone safely flying over Gary Berry Stadium, giving coaches that unique angle to look at the plays as they develop. You can see Old Glory still on the flagpole. No wind to speak of, and it's chilly enough that if you added any wind in, it'd really be on the nasty side tonight. But none of that to worry about right now. But for the Terrors, nice little drive if they go 59 yards for the touchdown. Abraham Kamara on for the kicking for the Terrors. This one scooped up at the 35 and advanced across the 45 to the 46-yard line. Risk reward for Newton on the return. So Newton was the up man. If he muffs that, Palmer's right on top of him. But as it was, he got himself 10 more yards worth of field possession. And 1st and 10 with 3.2 seconds left to go. Fake it to 2. Looking across the field, and there is a fumble, and Palmer is on top of it. So Palmer gets the turnover. Nate Johnner with the recovery of the Newton fumble, and that is the end of the first quarter with the score 14-6 in favor of the Cougars. But Palmer with the ball. What makes Colorado Springs School District 11 the standout choice for excellence in education? Some may say it's a dedicated and talented staff who are devoted to the educational learning of our students. Others may say it's the award-winning learning options available to all students, no matter their grade level. Whether it's online, hybrid, or in-person learning, D11 welcomes all learners to achieve excellence through diversity. Serving the unique needs of all students, we dare to empower our students to profoundly impact our world, and we stand ready to inspire every mind. And back to Gary Berry Stadium. We've switched ends of the field. 1st and 10, Palmer at the 46. Moreno faking to Kendrick, throwing the pass over the middle. Incomplete. Looking for Randall on the slant. Second and 10. In coverage was Chris Walters, the senior. Second and 10. 2 receivers to the bottom of the screen, Woods and Abraham. Marino back. Palmer looking to air it out. Kendrick with the little screen. Cuts it back into the middle and has an open field. Javion Kendrick into the end zone with touchdown number 3, drawing his team within a 2-point conversion of the touchdown. The score from 41 yards. The danger of Javion Kendrick. going for the extra point, but a new kicker on the field for the Terrors. This is Josiah Richardson going to give it a go. And Richardson up and through, celebrating with his holder as Richardson hits his first kick of the year, his only kick. Nate Johnner, all the Terrors celebrating with their teammate, drawing within a point. "22 seconds into the second quarter, and Palmer has pulled within a point. So what a turnaround we have seen. Moreno to Randall with 10 seconds left to go in the quarter, and then 22 seconds later after the turnover, Palmer has pulled within one. Kick comes down to the middle. And Sado too with the return out to the 39-yard line, and that's where the Cougars, now suddenly in a ball game, will start. So an exciting ball game between these two teams. Both looking for win number one on this abbreviated season. Three receivers to the right for Newton. He'll hand it off to Michi, and Michi is going to go nowhere. Brought down by Jaron Norwood, playing defensive end for the Cougars. Getting the start because Gabriel Goldman is unavailable tonight. Michi tripped up with the hole, and that was Clark with the tackle. Michi able to fall forward for a gain of about 3. Bring up 3rd and 5. Palmer showing a little pressure. Newton fakes. Now he's going to send it down to 2. And Sado 2. Good coverage down there by Nate Randall. But incomplete. Bring up 4th and 5 for the Cougars. Punt coming up. Clark drops back for the Terrors. And timeout taken by Coronado. That is timeout number 2. It comes at 10:13 before halftime. Rhett McCarthy back to do the punting for Coronado when we resume. Lonnie Kutowski in his huddle with the Cougars. What once was turning into a laugher at 14-0 is all of a sudden turned into a ball game. Palmer answers, cashing on a Coronado turnover and a nice drive of their own. 14-13 is our score in favor of Coronado. Nice high kick. Clark is going to let it roll inside the 20-yard line, where it will be down at the 18. It's a nice kick, nice job of turning the field by the Cougars. Now the defense will come back on, go to work. Trying to contain this suddenly potent Palmer offense. Palmer eclipsing their point total last week against Vista Ridge, where they scored 12. They've now put 13 on the board, and we've got 10 minutes until halftime. Three receivers to the right for Moreno. Kendrick in the backfield. Pitch it to Kendrick, a little stutter in the backfield. He will be hit in the backfield initially and then fall forward towards the 20-yard line. Gain of 1, they're going to call it, out to the 19. 2nd and 9. Sansucci and Johnny on that side of the defense for the Cougars. 2nd and 9, bunch trips to the right. Show screen looking to the opposite side all the way. Great job, nice catch, Nate Randall. Ran a 9-yard curl out to the sticks, made the reception, and then turned it and got upfield for a few more. First down for the Terrors. Two left, two right. Kendrick in the backfield. And there is motion on the defense, and they're all pointing to the offense. Flag on the play. We will wait to see who jumped first. And it's going to go against the Terrors. So that'll make it 1st and 15. Back them up to the 27-yard line. They'll give it to Kendrick off the left-hand side. Javion Kendrick getting the first 5 back before he is corralled and brought down. Jeff Gilliam, the middle linebacker, getting a little help out there from Rhett McCarthy. They'll spot him with a gain of 6, bring up 2nd and 9. Quick toss out here, and that one is batted down by Jaden Johnny. Quick pass out intended, looks like it was intended for Clark, but it never got there. Johnny sniffed that one out. 3rd and 9 now for the Terrors. Four-man front for the Cougars. 2 to each side for the Terrors. And the pitch to this side to Kendrick. And Kendrick stretching the ball out. We'll see where they spot him. And it looks like Javion Kendrick with the ball extension. is going to have a gain out to the 44-yard line, a pickup of 12 and a first down. Nifty bit of running and position awareness by Kendrick. And if he didn't get it, he sure sold it well. Sticking that ball out like he was getting across the goal line. 1st and 10, ball on the 45. Little confusion in the backfield now. Moreno in trouble. Kendrick stays in to block, but Moreno will be brought down at the line of scrimmage. Actually will lose a yard, so it will go as a sack. That play broke up from the beginning. You could see a little bit of confusion between Kendrick and Moreno. Terrors quickly back to the line now, 2nd and 11. Four-man front for the Cougars. Moreno on the rollout, and he's in trouble, and he is going to go down. 2nd straight play with the sack, and that is Eli Porter, the senior, getting in to make the sack. Loss of 7, going to bring up 3rd down and 18 for the Terrors. Pitch to Kendrick, going to the left side, now has to double back. Picks up a block from his quarterback. He puts the ball on the ground, scramble for it. Javion Kendrick looking to make something out of nothing, puts the ball on the ground on 3rd and 18. And the Terrors got back on top of it. 4th down, Palmer. And officials timeout. Looks like we have an injured Terror down on the field. Jaden Johnny, the senior for Coronado, the defensive end, getting off the pile on that where that ball was located. It'll be a loss of 4 all the way back to the 33. Bring up 4th and 22 for the Terrors. And not good news for the Terrors. The man hurt was the ball carrier, Javion Kendrick. You can see him holding his left side there as he makes his way to the bench. Trainer's right there to look over this young man that so important to this Palmer offense. Abraham on to kick it away. And just letting it roll, it's going to take a good bounce for the Terrors. And Clark will down it inside the 15-yard line. They'll spot it at the 15. But all eyes on the Palmer sideline and the fans in the stands looking at Javion Kendrick to check on the health of this young man. Coronado starts from their own 15-yard line. Shotgun. Fake it, and the keeper straight up the middle. And a change at quarterback for the Cougars. Jaden Rempel, who last year came in and gave Cougars a spark, much needed. He'll rush ahead on his first play for a gain of 8, bring up 2nd and 2. Last year, Rempel ran 4 times for 15 yards and had a touchdown on the ground. Give it off, bouncing it out to the right-hand side. And a nice run for the first down for the Cougars. That is Ross Woods, the junior, in at tailback now. So first down at the 35-yard line. Rempel with the fake, and he is in the arms of the Terrors, and he is going to go down. That'll be a loss all the way back to the 30-yard line. Race Zollikofer for the Terrors with the sack. 2nd and 15. Rempel back under pressure. Rolling out now. He'll keep it. Tripped up as he got back to the line, able to fall forward for a couple. So that'll be a gain of 7 on the play. Inside of 4 minutes now left to go here before halftime in this close ball game. Cougars ran out to a 14-0 lead early, and then Palmer reeled them back in and trailed by just a point at 14-13. Two receivers to the left for the Cougars now. Rempel with the give up the middle, Zollikofer with the tackle. But Woods able to pick up about 5 on the play out to the 46-yard line. That is going to bring up 4th and 3 for the Cougars. And now we will see the punt team come on for the Cougars. Monty Gutowski thinking a little extra long on that one. Inside of 3 minutes now. Good kick and a good roll on the kick by Rhett McCarthy. And it will be down at the 15-yard line. So that is where the Terrors will start with 2:35 left to go before half in this tight game. 14-13 in favor of the Coronado Cougars. Coronado with the win last year, 47-26. Made the all-time series 24-17 in favor of the Cougars. Probably the second closest of any of the intra-District 11 rivalries. So 2:35 on the clock. Kendrick back in the game for the Terrors, and that's spelling trouble for the Cougars as Kendrick looking healthy on that run out to the 29-yard line, a gain of 14. Javion Kendrick looked like he was given the signal that he needed to come off, but he doubles his footsteps, gets back into position. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Approaching 2 minutes left to go in the half. Moreno, quick throw out here to the near side. And a good job of staying with it, holding it to a gain of 3. And that is Ross Woods with the tackle. 2nd and 7. 1:46 and counting. Kendrick now off for the Terrors. Kamara in the backfield. Now late running on for one of the Terrors. Kamara moves from receiver to tailback with Kendrick out. And he'll get the ball and go to the right and not very far. Excuse me, breaks the tackle. Gets all the way back to the to the line of scrimmage, the 32. Nifty bit of running, good show of strength. Third and 7, 45 seconds left to go before the half. Moreno gonna throw it this side to Clark. Clark cannot break the tackle. He'll be out close to the first down on third down. Timeout Palmer, their second. 29.3 left on the clock. So after that gain and picking up the first down at the 39, Phil Naple, we'll see what he has up his sleeve for his Terrors offense. Kendrick back into the ball game for the Terrors now. Coronado with a four-man front. First and 10 Cougars. Set up a screen for Kendrick. Kendrick reverses his field. Breaks a tackle, across the 50. Cuts it back inside and he'll be tripped up at the 20-yard line. Pickup of 41 on the play. Timeout, third and final, called by Phil Naple and the Terrors, as suddenly they are in business at the 20 with 12 and a half seconds left. Time for a couple of plays. Clock will start in the case of a first down, but Palmer is out of timeouts for the half. So you either got to get to the first down markers and hurry up. You've got the option of a spike here, but it better be quick. Of course, that'll cost you a down. Or I'm sure everybody in Terror Nation is just saying, just put it in the end zone already. There's 12 and a half seconds left. What an exciting second quarter this has been with the Terrors brewing this comeback. Two receivers left, two receivers right. Moreno looking down the near side, and it will be incomplete. Pass intended down there for Robert Clark. Back in coverage was John Bamke. 7.4 left on the clock. Second and 10 for the Terrors. Throwing into the far corner, incomplete. Good battle down there, calling for the flag. But it will just be incomplete. Time for one more play, 7/10 of a second for the Terrors. Now this is where the lack of developing a kicking game really hurts. It would be about a 39-yard field goal to take the lead. And they are going to give it a shot. Josiah Richardson on. The spot is the 27. The kick will come from 37. And no chance on this one. Pulling it to the left was Richardson. And there is the buzzer for the half. But a great half it is. The Cougars lead by 1, 14-13. The Cougars returning the kick. But no sign from the officials. And now a late signal from the officials. Coronado returns it for a touchdown. Now the officials, I'm sure, are going to get together. Somebody alert, a lot more alert than I was. We're turning it down the far sideline for the touchdown. But the officials getting together to talk about it. The Terrors on the other sideline, of course, perplexed. Phil Naple making his way out onto the field to get an explanation. Terrors were on their way to the sideline. Cougars picking up the ball. Under COVID restrictions, the locker rooms are out of play for the team, so they have to huddle up outside on the field at opposite ends of the field. Now the officials talking things over. And here's a case where we had our full production. I wish we had our full production, folks, instead of just one camera to be able to see replays and stuff. But again, due to COVID restrictions, we are limited to the amount of our staff that we can have. Now Monty Gutowski on the other side going to plead his case. Not happy with the explanation he's getting. And that is halftime, the touchdown taken away. So our score at half here at Gary Berry Stadium. 14 for the Cougars, 13 for the Terrors. Ought to be a great second half. Join us, won't you?
What makes Colorado Springs School District 11 the standout choice for excellence in education? Some may say it's a dedicated and talented staff who are devoted to the educational learning of our students. Others may say it's the award-winning learning options available to all students, no matter their grade level. Whether it's online, hybrid, or in-person learning, D11 welcomes all learners to achieve excellence through diversity. Serving the unique needs of all students, we dare to empower our students to profoundly impact our world, and we stand ready to inspire every mind. There was a time not long ago, District 11 Media Production Services would roll their production truck to Gary Berry Stadium or to your high school gym and produce varsity sports. This team of dedicated staff members supervised student volunteers who were gaining hands-on experience producing high-quality televised events to the joy of family and friends and the community. But the technology being used was aging and also required a tremendous amount of manpower, making it difficult to cover all the sporting events involved in the school's many teams. Schools and their fans had to settle for the rationing of coverage, which did not sit well. Something had to give. Then the district found new technology that would restore the previous coverage and would allow for the expansion of the number of events that each school could produce. This new technology would empower student involvement in the planning and execution of the game broadcast like never before, highlighted by taking over the roles of producer, play-by-play announcer, and color analyst. All that is left is the recruiting and organizing of the student producers and announcers. You. Yeah, you! The search is on for high school students, freshmen all the way up to seniors, who are looking for a new challenge. Students who envision a future where they will need sharp public speaking skills, or those who dream of being in the broadcast industry. and even those students who just like to talk. Does this sound like you? Are you ready to make the commitment to become the voice of your school's athletic teams? Contact me, Barry Reed, D11 broadcast announcer, to get more information. barry.reed@d11.org or my phone 520-2269.
So morning meeting is basically, so we come in, we go to the gym, we sit in our grade levels, and then when we talk with our friends for a while, students can sign up to do a specific job. And so one student does good things, another does lunch, one helps with the Pledge of Allegiance. After we do the Pledge of Allegiance, we start to go to our classrooms.
Good things looks like, first we start to get a little small stuffed animal. It's a Snoopy and a pumpkin, and we get to throw it around, and we say, does anybody have a good thing? And we throw it around.
Tell me something good.
My good thing is that today I got to go with my parents to Skate City.
My good thing is that yesterday I went to karate.
We interviewed a lot of schools before we came here, and I just was amazed at how much it mattered. The positivity of kids' experience and the support structures, and not thinking of kids as good and bad, but giving them a chance to grow. And that's what Capturing Kids' Heart has done for the school and for the kids.
Good morning, Anderson.
Well, a social contract is the teacher prints out a little piece of papers, and we get to answer them, like, how do you want to be treated? And we write our names on top to show that we are going to promise that, and we are going to try to be as much as possible and try to show all of that to everyone in the whole community.
I enjoy being a social contract reader because when guests come in, I get to shake their hand and know their name and get to know them a little bit better, and I get to show them what we do around the classroom and how we do it, and we just do a bunch of stuff around the classroom.
A launch is the teacher at the end of the day, she gives us a high five, and she says, if it's Friday, she says, have a great week, but if it's just Tuesday, she says, have a great day.
Is your student lost in the world of education? Not really liking school? Achieve Online is a place for them. School for grades 6 through 12, and we strive first to build relationships, which in turn builds academics. We are unique and different from any other school. Flexible online and blended learning for students anywhere in Colorado. Take the next step and enroll today.
My journey to become a school counselor started a long time ago. I want to thank my parents, actually, for having me. I mean, that sounds kind of weird, but my mom always reminds me of that on my birthday, of course. I thank them for setting a foundation for me, for really caring about people. I know they lived their lives as my dad was a teacher. I actually had him as a 9th grade science teacher. My mom was a music teacher. She tried to teach me piano lessons, but I wasn't a really good student. But both their examples and the work that they did in the schools, at church, really set that foundation for me to be just like that. 28 years ago, I started off here in District 11 at Mark Twain Elementary as a 6th grade teacher. And that year was pivotal for me to learn how to be an effective teacher. And really what that came down to was finding my heart and speaking from my heart. And I believe I learned a lot of that from Mr. Rogers. If you think about it, Mr. Rogers says, I like you just the way you are. And all these people in my life liked me just the way I was. I didn't have to pretend. I was just who I am.
So Tim Garland, to me, is an amazing counselor. He understands what it takes to be successful in this business, and he puts his heart and soul in everything that he does. And so I know that, anytime Tim meets with a kid, he gets to know them at an exceptionally deep level, and he cares more about those kids than I would have known was possible, honestly. Tim's just an amazing counselor that way.
He has a very complete vision of what school counseling is, and he sees his role to be truly the student support in all facets of whatever that student needs. He spends a lot of time working with the kids on their non-classroom concerns so that they can be successful in the classroom.
He inspires us every day to take a deeper look about how we are working with students and how we are working with students with mental health needs. He makes sure that we, as a school, are looking at bringing in the best resources.
If I care about that one person right now, there's something behind that. And I see this hurt. I see it in their heart. I see it in their eyes. And the light that goes on, the spark that is lit in their eye when I take time to call them by name, to give them a handshake, a smile, to play their favorite music, to go for a walk around the school, to take that time that I'm really caring about them has inspired them to turn their whole thing around.
He epitomizes heart, caring, just wanting to do right by Doherty High School and by the kids we serve. He's always willing to jump in, be it through our AVID program. We're working with the Coronado Education Initiative on their suicide prevention network, and just the work that he's done to bring suicide to the forefront. I mean, he won't stop. It's going to happen, and that's really what he's done, is he's pushed so hard.
I'm the district counseling chair. Started 6 years ago, and before that time, or at that time, we didn't have leadership in the district office, central office. So I was liaison between the school counselors and the district. Did some professional developments on mental health, on developing why do we do school counseling, and a lot of things of that nature, and really inspiring counselors. Since then, we have leadership. We have Valerie and Corey and others who are leading our way. So I'm the Colorado School Counselor Association Region 12 representative. So I'm representing all the counselors in El Paso and Teller County, and that's quite an honor. One of the new things that happened this year was we have a counseling leadership cohort, and this is super exciting. We have a group of counselors in the district who are meeting together on a monthly basis. Yes, we drink coffee, lots of it, and we need that camaraderie to talk about planning, talk about what we're doing, talk about this profession, and like I said, elevating this profession.
Even though Tim has a huge workload and a lot of things going on and a lot of things on his plate, Tim will kind of forget about that, and he will take the time to work with the student and take the time to make sure that that student feels cared about, to make sure that that student feels heard and listened to.
I could tell you many, many stories of the impact that not only I believe I've had on students, but really their impact is on me. And not only them, but my colleagues. And we have a lot of great counselors in District 11, a lot of super counselors who are really caring from their hearts. They're going out of their way to really go the distance for students, to care for them, to help them with their social and emotional development, their academic future planning, everything. So we do a really good job in District 11 about educating the whole child.
Nestled in the foothills of the Rocky Mountains at the base of Pikes Peak is Colorado Springs, home to 5 military installations, the Olympic Training Center, many thriving colleges, fine arts venues, and School District 11, who created specialized education for gifted learners in the 1950s. At Colorado Springs School District 11, our gifted students become the creators, problem solvers, and innovators of tomorrow. District 11 is the largest school district in Colorado Springs, providing families with many different, personalized gifted options. Given the choice of program options and opportunities that District 11 schools provide, there is a perfect fit for every gifted, talented, and high-achieving learner in the Pikes Peak region. We offer successful, safe, and purposeful learning experiences. We have qualified staff that recognizes exceptionality in academic and talent areas, identifying students as young as kindergarten. K-12 programming includes Gifted Magnet, International Baccalaureate, Montessori, Accelerated and Honors options, a career and technical track, and Junior ROTC, just to name a few. We believe that gifted students need an outlet to express their creativity and to collaborate with other like-minded learners. When gifted students are not satisfied with what they're learning, they lose creativity that could potentially solve problems and change the world. An identified gifted student expressed learning this way.
Gifted classes give students like me who think differently a way to learn that fits our brain.
Gifted has no boundaries in Colorado Springs School District 11. To find out more about all we offer gifted students, visit us at www.d11.org/GT.
You are the Colorado Samsung Sell for Tomorrow winners.
In Colorado, we tend to have a lot of hail, so we thought that that would be a really good thing to help out with the community. Our project is a very cost-efficient way to help protect your car, and you don't have to pay a lot of money for it.
We're using a bunch of Newton's laws: force, gravity, drag. We're determining velocity, wind, water, and a lot of other elements.
The research that we're doing is we've looked at a lot of insurance companies to see how much people are paying to get their cars fixed for having so much hail damage.
The prize money that we are receiving already from Samsung, and hopefully more, will absolutely help the students here at West to replace and to add on to our current technology needs.
Not everybody can be on a computer at once. Sometimes everybody has to share, which isn't always the best, depending on what you have to do on the laptops.
Some of our technology is a little outdated and slower, definitely in comparison to today's standards.
I have never really been part of something this crazy.
This is actually the second year that we've participated. The contest has been in place for 10 years. We chose to be involved last year. We had about 30 students involved there, and we were state winners. And this year, we decided we wanted to give a different opportunity, so all of the students are different from last year, and we ended up being state winners again 2 years in a row.
Usually whenever you get an opportunity like this, it isn't one that you would get every single time. So I think it's a very fun opportunity that could potentially open up a bunch of gates, somewhat more metaphorically, that could possibly help me and everybody else here in our future.
So these students are students who have chosen to go above and beyond and do something beyond the classroom, and because they really wanted to do something special and unique that would basically help and support their community and their school and add to their experiences here at West Middle School.
What makes Colorado Springs School District 11 the standout choice for excellence in education? Some may say it's a dedicated and talented staff who are devoted to the educational learning of our students. Others may say it's the award-winning learning options available to all students, no matter their grade level. Whether it's online, hybrid, or in-person learning, D11 welcomes all learners to achieve excellence through diversity. Serving the unique needs of all students, we dare to empower our students to profoundly impact our world, and we stand ready to inspire every mind.
And we are back at Gary Berry Stadium. Welcome back, everybody. Week 2 action of the shortened COVID-19 season here. Teams done with their warm-ups after halftime. Both teams look very loose right now. And if you are just tuning in to the broadcast here on the Coronado YouTube channel, thank you so much for the tune-in. If you've been with us for the whole first half, wow, what a great first half that we saw. Coronado takes the ball on their first drive. Mason Michi pops it over from 3 yards for the touchdown. And then Coronado scored again, driving down, and Blanco recovered a fumble by the Coronado offense in the end zone for the touchdown and a 14-0 lead with 2:18 left to go in the first quarter. Then Palmer got things going. Moreno hit Randall for 43 yards, but Palmer missed the extra point, and it was 14-6. And then after a Coronado fumble set Palmer up at their own 46, Javion Kendrick takes a pass from Moreno and takes it 54 yards for the touchdown. Richardson comes on for the extra point for the Terrors. A new kicker there makes the extra point at 11:38 of the second quarter. We had a one-point ball game, and the teams played back and forth for the rest of the second quarter. Palmer tried a 37-yard field goal with Richardson right as, with 7/10 of a second left. It was missed, and everybody thought the half was over, including yours truly. I'm embarrassed to admit that. But Coronado picked the ball up, took it in for what was an apparent touchdown. But after much discussion between the officials and the coaches, each pleading their case, the officials wiped off the touchdown and signaled halftime. So here we get ready to start the second half in this very close game, and the Cougars clinging to a one-point lead, 14-13. Mitchell Nolan, the Minnesota transfer, started at quarterback for Coronado, but Jaden Rempel took over in the second quarter. So we will see how that progresses. Palmer will get the ball. They won the opening toss and elected to defer. And we are underway. That ball's going to be trapped against the sideline. And a turnover on the play. Coronado thinking they have it. And there is the official sign that they do. So they were kicking it away from Kendrick. And it was picked up by one of the Terrors. It looks like Camara was the one that picked it up. And he returned it up the sidelines, but then fumbled it, and it was covered by the Cougars. So the Cougars have it at the Palmer 28, 1st and 10. Mitchell Newland back in at quarterback. And immediately under pressure, he's going to throw it down into the seam. The ball is gathered in by Robert Wood, or Ross Woods. Woods running the deep post pattern, hauls it in at the 5-yard line. 1st and goal, Cougars. And we've played 15 seconds here in the second half. 2 receivers to the left of the formation. Fake it, Newland in trouble, and he is going to go down. Be a loss of 3 on the sack. And Nate Randall, one of the Terrors, getting off the bottom of the stack. Give it off the right-hand side. This is Mason Michi in for his second touchdown from 7 yards out. Mason Michi. And the Cougars, just like that, it takes all of 57 seconds. And the Cougars put themselves back on top by 7, 20-7, pending the extra point. Henry Thompson on for the extra point for the Cougars. And so for the second time tonight, Coronado cashes a Palmer turnover. They increase their lead now to 8. Scoring on the opening possession of the first and the opening possession of the second. And they now lead 21-13. A squib kick, and this one is going to be let roll out of bounds by Kamara. When he fielded that last kick, it was right against the sideline. Again, they're kicking away from Kendrick. This time Kamara lets it go out of bounds, and so the Terrors will take over at the 35-yard line. And it will be 1st and 10. Moreno in the gun. 2 left, 2 right. Fake to Kendrick. Gunning it down the right-hand side and overthrowing Robert Blake, the intended receiver. Bring up 2nd and 10. Terrors waiting for Clark to get back after that long sprint. Trips to the right. Randall, the lone man, to the bottom of your screen. Give off to Kendrick, and Kendrick is going to get dropped at the point of the handoff. So 3rd and 14 coming up. Great job by the Cougars there. And Moreno back and trying to set up the screen to Kendrick, and this one is going to be a little bit too tall. Eli Porter, the defensive tackle, was actually in coverage on Kendrick on that screen, stayed with him, sniffed out the screen, and the ball came in high. The Porter would have been in position for the tackle. Now Kamara into punt. Kamara averaged almost 30 yards a kick on 2 kicks last week. This one scooped up at the 40-yard line. Breaks out of a tackle across midfield and down close to the 43-yard lines. That is Ross Woods. We do have a flag on the play. Officials talking it over. The flag rests at the 37. Pair of flags on the field, as you can see. For all of you tuning in on the YouTube channel for the Coronado Cougars, we thank you for tuning in tonight. Holding is the call against Coronado. So that is going to, they're still trying to spot the ball. Currently they stand at the 44. So they will tack it on to the end of the play. And that'll be first and goal for my apologies, that was a punt return. Back it up to the 46. Give it off to Michi. Michi weaving inside, weaving outside. Still on his feet, breaking tackles. And finally, Mason Michi gets pounded out of bounds in Palmer territory. But now we've got a flag back at the 46-yard line. And it will go against the Cougars. Spot foul, it will be marked off from the 46-yard line. All the way back to the 39. Now there's some confusion out of the officials. Phil Naple down, again pleading his case. Personal foul against Palmer is the call. So we will march it the other way, deeper into Palmer territory. All the way down to the 20-yard line. So Nolan in the shotgun, Michi in the backfield. Fake it, throw it over the middle, and that one is almost intercepted. It sailed on Newland. And back there was Nate Randall. Second and 10. Aiden Blanco, the sophomore, in the slot. Fake to Mitchell. The pass intended for him out there, but incomplete. Good pressure from Norwood for the Terrors. Staying between the quarterback and the intended receiver. So now 3rd and 10, 9:35 to go. Coronado on top, 21-13 in this week 2 action here from Gary Berry Stadium. Nolan with the keeper to the left-hand side, and he is going to get thrown for a loss on the run. We've got an injured Terror. And that is Jaron Norwood. So the teams will come to the sideline. It is going to be 4th and what looks to be about 12 after that play. Looks like Mitchell Nolan, it was a design keeper with plenty of blocking in front of him, but Palmer doing a great job of blowing it up and forcing this 4th and 10. Ball sits at the 22-yard line. If Coronado wanted to try a field goal, it would be a 54-yarder. And that is the call. Henry Thompson on for the kick attempt. Rep McCarthy with the hold. This one is up and no good. A close attempt. But the miss will set Palmer up. Palmer will take over at the 20-yard line. Palmer trailing by 8 with 9:13 to go here in quarter number 3 from Gary Berry Stadium. Moreno pass out into the flat, quickly completed and up the sidelines for a first down. Up hobbling a little bit, needing to come off is Robert Clark. You can see Clark hobbling, no pressure on that left leg. After that catch and run for the first down. As we turn back to the play, he hit the turf and is waiting for some attention from the trainers down there. The trainers get there. 1st and 10 tears, ball at the 31-yard line. Pickup of 11 on the play. And now flags fly as Moreno takes the snap and wings it out to the left-hand side. Penalty will be on the Terrors. Back them up 5. Now 1st and 15. Moreno with the spread formation. Kendrick behind him. Rolls out to the near side. Flings it down and it's intercepted. Ross Woods, the junior, coming away with the interception. And that's going to set the Cougars up at the 47-yard line in Palmer territory. So Palmer having issues tonight with ball control. Several key turnovers have led to points for the Cougars. Let's see if the Cougars can cash on a 3rd turnover. Beachy straight up the middle, fighting hard inside. It will be a gain of, we'll call it 2 down to the 45-yard line. Zollikofer and Saffold in on the tackle. Trips to the left of the formation. Palmer trying to get a third responsible party over that way. Out into the flats, short gain, pickup of about 2. That is Ross Woods again. Woods came up with the interception. Now sets up third, and we'll call it 6 on a gain of 3. Mitchell Nolan gives it to Mason Michi. Michi winds his way close to a first down. Looks like he's going to be about a yard short. 4th and 1 coming up for the Cougars. Offense still on the field here. 6:39 on the clock. Olin back with it, give it to Michi. Great penetration by the Palmer defensive front, and Michi is going to get stuffed, lose 4 on the play. And Coronado will turn it over on downs, and the Palmer Terriers will take over at the 42-yard line. 1st and 10 going to the north. That was as much of a jailbreak as I've seen out of the Palmer defensive line in a while. Now we have got an official's timeout called. Officials whistle the ball ready for play. 1st and 10 for the Terriers. After they stop Coronado on downs. 4-man front for the Cougars. Cougars showing blitz. Give it to Kendrick coming to the near side, and Javion Kendrick is in big trouble, unable to get loose. Name your Cougar defender, and probably pretty realistic as to who it was. Jaden Johnny was there. One of the many. Also Sebastian Guerrero running to that side. Eli Border on that side as well. Now 2nd and 15. Moreno back over the middle, and that one's going to come in low. Are they ruling it a catch? No, incomplete. Melvin Saffold Jr., the intended receiver. 3rd and 15. Terriers need the Cougar 47 for the first down. 2 receivers to the short side of the field, as you see, 2 to the wide. Marino back, no protection. Throws it out into the flat, incomplete. Camara, the intended receiver. That is going to bring up 4th and 15. Punt time for the Terriers. Oswood's back for the Cougars. And it's going to be Camara on a fake. Camara's got the first down on the fake and a couple yards to spare. Out of bounds at the Coronado 45, so a gutsy call. Converted. 4th and 15. The Terrors go for the fake punt and convert. Abraham Camara with the first down. Three receivers to the left side of the field in the bunch. Moreno looking down the far side to the right, and that one intended for Saffold is incomplete. Bring up 2nd and 10. Palmer still trying to stretch this Cougars defense out, taking shots down the field. Now a 4-man front for the Cougars. Showing blitz, here they come. Give it off to Kendrick on the near side. Kendrick finds the seam, cuts it up, still on his feet. First down, and he will finally be brought down inside the 25-yard line. First down on the run for Javion Kendrick. Kendrick having a much more effective night tonight than he had a year ago when they held him to just 48 yards rushing. Two receivers to the right. Delayed give off coming back the other way. And Kendrick is going to get trapped at the line of scrimmage, and a late flag flies. We'll see if this is on the Cougars for a late hit. 4:26 on the clock here in the third. Late hit is the call on the Cougars, so add on to the run. Take the ball all the way down to the 11-yard line. And that really hurts because you did a great job of stopping him and just a little extra enthusiasm. And that's what a great running back like Javion Kendrick can cause you to do. You get so worried about him. Now Moreno pitches it out to Kendrick. Kendrick with an inside-outside dip. Finally brought down after a short gain. He'll be inside the 10, down to about the 8, so we'll call it a gain of 3, make it 2nd and 7 for the Terrors. Terrors trail by 8. It'll be interesting to see if they opt for the extra point after this, or if they go for the tie with the 2-point conversion. Now a slot right, 2 receivers left. Kendrick deep in the eye behind Moreno. Moreno with a quick toss out, that is Camara. And Camara is going to get gang tackled inside the 5-yard line. Pick up just a couple. It'll be 3rd and 4 from the 5. Terrors can get the first down at the 1. Same formation, Camara in the slot. Moreno back, throws it out to this side. Quickly wrapped up, nowhere to go, Nate Randall. Timeout Palmer, Sebastian Guerrero and friends there. 2:56 left to go here in the third quarter. Cougars on top, 21-13. But the Terrors facing a 4th and 6 at the 7-yard line as we peek into the Palmer huddle. Now this is what should be a makeable field goal, you would think, if they want to give Richardson a chance for it. Ball spotted at the 7. It would be about a 24-yard kick. For what we've seen out of the leg of Richardson, I would think that would be a makeable kick. That would cut the lead or the deficit to 5, setting it up for scoring a touchdown in the fourth quarter to take the lead. We will see. Looks like the offense is on the field. Now Moreno getting an explanation. Oh, and I see why the explanations, the game or the play clock is out. So he's got no idea how long he has got. Tuck it up on a keeper, and he is going to get stood up at the 5-yard line. Great play by the Coronado defense, pinching it off and stopping that. That is Rhett McCarthy for the Cougars. Coronado takes over 1st and 10 from the 9-yard line. Marino had a little bit of a seam there. McCarthy had him sighted up and teed off on him. Stopping that threat, 2:48 to go in the third. Rempel back in at quarterback now for the Cougars. Rempel back under pressure. Jump ball. Who's going to come down with it? Tied up. And now they will say incomplete pass. Rempel just threw it up there to give his guy a chance. Did they say Chris Walters came down with that, I guess? Richardson was in the coverage. It looked like they had waved it off, but they said, no, it's complete. And now Woods with the catch out in the flat is going to lose about 4. Rempel getting up off of the deck. What a great catch by Chris Walters, the senior. Richardson draped all over him, had a chance for the interception, could not come down with it. Loss of 4 on the previous play. Rempel looking at the sidelines. Just under 2 minutes to go here in the third. Coronado up by 8. Trips to the right. And Rempel on a keeper. And he'll get back what was lost on that last play and a couple more. Bring up 3rd and 8 after a gain of 6. Three timeouts in the half for Coronado, just 2 for Palmer. Third and 8 for the Cougars. Rempel sends 2 to the right. Has Blanco in the slot. Give it off to Woods. Woods is across the 30 to the 32. Where he will be shy of the first down. It will will be 4th and 4. And the punt team coming on for the Cougars. Rhett McCarthy stands at his 15 waiting. This one comes in high, and McCarthy gets it away. And it takes a great Cougar bounce. It will be down by Rempel at the 23-yard line. That snap was high, but able to come down with it. That was a problem. The Cougars had 2 snaps over the head, which created problems against Fountain Fort Carson last week, plus they had a punt blocked. So much better outcome from the punt team tonight for the Cougars. 3.8 seconds left to go in period number 3 of a 21-13 ball game. The Terrors with another chance starting from their own 23-yard line.
Go get it, big man.
Marino in the shotgun, gonna pitch it. Reversing field is Kendrick in trouble, and he's gonna go down for a loss back at the 16-yard line. As the third quarter comes to a close, nowhere to go. Sebastian Guerrero with the tackle. We have played 3 here at Gary Berry Stadium, and the Cougars are on top 21-13.
What makes Colorado Springs School District 11 the standout choice for excellence in education? Some may say it's a dedicated and talented staff who are devoted to the educational learning of our students. Others may say it's the award-winning learning options available to all students, no matter their grade level. Whether it's online, hybrid, or in-person learning, D11 welcomes all learners to achieve excellence through diversity. Serving the unique needs of all students, we dare to empower our students to profoundly impact our world, and we stand ready to inspire every mind.
Back at Gary Berry Stadium, getting ready to start quarter number 4 of this battle between the Cougars and the Terrors. There you see the Terrors huddle. Javion Kendrick mixed results tonight. He's broken off some nice runs. Taking a pass for a touchdown from Marino. And he has played decoy very well on a couple of passes by the Terrors, where they have used him as a decoy, showing just what a threat he can be. There you see the score as the teams change ends of the field. It will be 2nd and 17 for the Terrors. And there are the Terrors coming into the picture now. Two receivers left, 2 right. Kendrick stands in the backfield. Marino throwing out here for Camara, and it will fall incomplete. Step-for-step coverage by Woods. It'll be 3rd and 17. So now 3rd and 17. Marino back out into the flats across the 30 and close to a first down. Throwing it out there for Nate Randall. Randall, the touchdown catcher man earlier in this ball game. Took a 43-yard reception from Marino into the house for a touchdown. Now 4th and 2, and the Terrors going for it. 4-man front for the Cougars. Linebackers packed up close. Marino into the flat. Great catch out there by Saffold. Out to the 41, 1st down, conversion. Gutsy call by Phil Naples' offense, but complete. Saffold and Wood to the right side, bottom of your screen. 1st and 10, Palmer. Moreno back, throwing for Saffold again. Threw it a little bit behind him. A little bit lucky there that Ross Woods wasn't any closer, or Woods would have had a pick. Woods the closest man to him. 2nd and 10. Clock stops with 10:43. Camara sets to the right of the formation. 2 left, 2 right. Kendrick deep in the eye. Marino in trouble, now just throws it up late. Jump ball, and it will hit the ground. There is Ross Woods, Johnny on the spot on Abraham Camara. And it will be 3rd and 10. Camara off now, getting a breather.
Go, Cody, to score. Come on.
3rd and 10 for the Terrors. Bunch trips to the left. Marino in trouble. And he is going to go down. Tried to step up in the pocket. Sebastian Guerrero was there for the Cougars. Also there for the Cougars, tying things up in the middle, was Aiden Luna. Now 4th and 10. Woods drops back. Camara steps back, takes a hop. Takes a snap on the hop. Woods picks it up on a bounce, and he's coming up the other way. Across midfield, still on his feet, inside the 30-yard line. And spikes the ball in exuberation. What a great return. .45 yards on the kick return, setting the Cougars up 1st and 10 at the Palmer 30-yard line. Sometimes those lucky bounces just pop right up into your hands, and that was the case there. Two receivers left, one receiver right. Rempel still in at quarterback. Jailbreak for the Terrors. Throwing it down, intended for Aiden Blanco. Blanco unable to come up with it. Running free as Palmer brought the blitz to get pressure. Blanco just unable to haul it in. 9:33 to go, 2nd and 10 for the Cougars. That would have been a kill shot on the night, the way this defense for Coronado is played. Now 2nd and 10. Trips to the left. Palmer showing pressure again. Here it comes. Michi on the delayed give. Michi bouncing around. Still on his feet. First down, Mason Michi. Inside the 20, down to the 15-yard line. So the Cougars first and 10 at the 15. Clock ticking towards 9 minutes. Looking to build on this 8-point lead, and that handoff is going to get dropped behind the line of scrimmage. Michi with a 3-yard loss. Great pressure again by the Terrors. That is Cody Woods leading the charge. Second and 13 after the loss. Again, we hope you are enjoying this production of high school football on the Coronado YouTube channel. Rempel back, throws a delayed screen, breaking a tackle, but unable to break the second one. That is Rhett McCarthy with the catch. He'll be ahead for 4, 3rd and 6. McCarthy, the 5'11", 180-pound junior. Again, our play clocks have malfunctioned. So Rempel looking at the officials for a countdown to 10 seconds to play. Officials keeping the score on, or keeping the time on the field. Now timeout taken by Coronado. 7:24 to go here in the 4th. Cougars up by 8, but looking to put this game away with another score here. There you see some of the Cougar faithful that are braving the chilly temperatures tonight. Socially distanced on the east stands. Tonight was senior night. They honored the seniors in the cheerleading and the football team for the Cougars tonight. And the pressure on this Palmer defense now. Need to get a stop and get off the field here without suffering any more points. A Coronado field goal would make it an 11-point lead and force 2 scores for the Terrors. So you've got to find a way to not give up any more points here. I formation. Michi is the deep back, 1 receiver each side. Double tight end formation. Rempel rolling out, in trouble, throws it for the end zone, almost intercepted. The Terrors looking for a flag, but none will come. The intended receiver out there was Aiden Blanco. Blanco doing a good job of playing defense. Now the field goal team is on. McCarthy puts the tee down at the 17-yard line. It's a 27-yard attempt. Thompson with the kick, McCarthy the hold. McCarthy has trouble But Thompson is able to get it just through, just across the upright in the lower left corner. And the Cougars increase their lead to 11, 24-13 with 7:10 left to go here in the fourth quarter. That makes things just a little more dire for Palmer, as they have got to score quick. Two scores, whether it's a touchdown and two-point conversion and then a field goal to tie, or two touchdowns to grab the win. Palmer faithful still believing down below. Thompson puts a foot into it. This one comes down to Kendrick. Kendrick still on his feet, shedding tacklers all the way out to the 45-yard line. Check that, that was not Kendrick, that was Nate Randall with the return. Doing his best Kendrick imitation. Nate Randall's got one of the Palmer touchdowns tonight. Kendrick with the other. So now Moreno goes to work, 6:58 on the clock. 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line. And this one caught. Saffold with the blocker and tripped up. Reaching out was Walters and just getting an ankle. Saffold with a nice move. First down, Palmer at the 26. Knowing they need to go and go quick here. Randall out for a play. Two receivers left. Saffold to the right. Moreno back, looking, steps up in the pocket now, hits the crossing man. That is Kamara. Gained down to the 19-yard line. Second and 3. Pickup of 7 on the play. Kendrick back now in the ball game. Two receivers left, two receivers right. Cougars still just a 4-man rush. Kendrick bounces it outside, slips one tackle, and is going to be close to the first down. He might be about a half yard short. Third down and a yard for the Terrors here. 5:27. Palmer not taking much time off of this clock on this drive. They've moved the ball inside the 20, needing to convert this 3rd and 1. Moreno back out into the flat. It's complete. Stiff arm down there. Down to the 4. That is Josiah Richardson. First and goal for the Terrors from the 3. Richardson splits to the left of your screen. Two receivers to the right. Moreno into the middle for Kamara. Check that. That was not Kamara. That was Johnner. Nate Johnner in the end zone. Incomplete. It'll be second and goal from the 3. (24-13) is the score. 4:42 left to go on the clock. Palmer facing second and goal from the 3-yard line. Receiver to the right, 2 to the left. Marino back now. He's going to tuck it up. And he's run out of bounds short of the goal line. And that is Chris Walters. 3rd down and goal. Ball spotted, or ball still at the 3, so no gain by Moreno. Great job by Walters. Randall split to the left this time. Kendrick coming in from the right side. He'll line up right behind Moreno. Pitch it to him and into the end zone. Javion Kendrick finds pay dirt for the 2nd time tonight and makes it 24-19. And takes the hugs from his teammates. Now if you're Palmer, you've got to go for 2. 4:24 left to go. You need this in a stand or a turnover. Just to get with, you need this to get within 3. Give yourself a chance. Marino back, going to throw a quick slant, and that one is batted away by the Cougars. Incomplete. So the 2-point conversion fails. The lead is still 5 with 4:24. It's not over yet, folks. Still a chance for the Terrors. They moved very quickly on that drive in just over 2 minutes. I think it was 6:55 on the clock when they took over on that drive. And now there is 4:24 left to go here in the 4th. 24-19 is our score. We'll see how Coronado plays this. If Palmer lines up for the onside kick, Coronado's got to be aware. Still time if you can get your defense to create a turnover if you're the Terrors. But Coronado lining up the hands team. Richardson with the kick, and he will squib it to the other side. Picked up there by Mason Michi. Michi finds a little bit of a hole, and he'll be out across the 30-yard line. So well played by Mason Michi, being able to handle that and get upfield. So it's going to fall to the Palmer defense here. 24-19 with 4:15 left to go.
Somebody's got to make a play right now.
The offensive backfield is Ross Woods at tailback and Jaden Rempel at quarterback. Michi split to the left, inside receiver in the set. Sean Robinson to the outside. Ball comes to Michi. Michi is tackled immediately. No gain on the play. Second and 10. Melvin Saffold Jr. with the tackle. Now trips to the right for Coronado. Ross Woods in the backfield. 3:35 and counting on the clock. Coronado trying to use as much clock as possible. And Rempel is going to go down. Applying the pressure and getting the tackle for loss. That is Nate Johnner with the tackle. Loss of 3 on the play. Going to bring up 3rd and 13. Just under 3 minutes to go. 2 in the backfield now for Coronado with Rempel. Palmer showing blitz, 4 coming. Set up the screen for Woods. And in there on the tackle, not fooled at all. Assignment football is Camara. Fourth and 13 now. 2:38 on the clock. Coronado 2 timeouts, Palmer with 1. Palmer just took their second timeout of the half, leaving them 1. Trailing by 5, 24 to 19, 2:38 on the clock. And what a ball game when in the first quarter, Coronado scores quickly twice, 1 on the opening drive, and then they convert a Palmer touchdown or Palmer fumble into a touchdown to go up 14-0, but then Palmer turned the tables and drew within 14-13 at half. And touchdown and a field goal for the Cougars here in the second half as Michi scored from 7 and then the field goal. And then Kendrick with his second touchdown, first rushing tonight, to draw within 19 after the failed, or draw within 5 at 24-19 after the 2-point conversion. Randall and Kendrick will step back for the punt from McCarthy. McCarthy stands at his 17. Randall at the 38, Kendrick at the 30. This ball is going to hit down and Terrors are going to stay away from it, and it will die about the 25-yard line. So 2:23 to go for the Terrors. And they have 75 yards between them and the time, or in the go-ahead touchdown. And if they can replicate that last drive, this is about how much time they took off the clock. You run out the clock, you get the touchdown, you leave here with a win, improving to 1-1. Here we go, get ready for this one. Marino out into the flat, complete it to Saffold. And he's across the 30 to the 32. Pickup of 7 on the play. 2nd and 3. Two receivers to the right, Marino back, and he is going to get sacked back at the 29-yard line. Too much pressure again. Nick Sells, the senior, making the big play. 128 and counting. Under center on 3rd and 6. Out to the right side, and Rempel with a huge tackle. Stopping the play for a loss. Jaden Rempel, the cornerback on that side. And now we have got a timeout with 56 seconds left. Palmer takes their final timeout, trying to draw up a 6-point play here on 4th and 8. Trailing by 5, 24-19. We look inside the Terror huddle. How do you get the ball in Javion Kendrick's hands? Get him ahead for at least 10 to stop the clock.
Let's go get it.
Well, they have put that play in. You can hear the Palmer fans below us cheering on their offense. Just 56 seconds on the clock. Three receivers to the right, Nate Randall to the left. Kendrick in the backfield. 5-man rush for the Cougars. Fake it to Kendrick, throw it to Randall. Randall with the catch at the 40-yard line. Nate Randall with another big catch. 48 seconds left to go, and the Terrors infield position, 1st and 10 from the 40 of the Cougars. No timeouts left. Clock is running. We're inside of 45 seconds. Marino back looking to create the comeback. Wide open over the middle is Johnner. Johnner into the end zone for the go-ahead touchdown for the Terrors. The Terror sideline in pandemonium right now. Marino drops back. What a comeback with the throw. 40 yards on the touchdown. Nate Johnner, who got knocked out and sent to the hospital during the Vista Ridge game, now comes back and makes the catch to give the Terrors a 1-point lead. Richardson on for the extra point, and just 30.9 seconds left to go in this one. And the kick is up and just over the crossbar. That's all that matters. Just making it is Richardson, and he has pumped his second made kick of the night. And the Terrors, after trailing most of the game, lead 26-24. That is their first lead of the night, first lead of the season, I believe. And it's a good time to be a Terror right now. Now it's up to Coronado to come up with something to put themselves in field position with just 30 seconds left. Can they work a little magic and give Henry Thompson a chance with his leg to steal the victory with a field goal? Josiah Richardson ready to kick it away. On a bounce, this is Mason Meacham. And Meachie is going to get tripped up at the 38-yard line. 23.3 on the clock. Has the Palmer defense got anything left? Has the Coronado offense got anything left? What great high school football is all about, two rivals that have played themselves a whale of a ball game. Palmer with the comeback from 11 points down. Now Rempel running for his life, able to pick up a couple of yards. Coronado takes the timeout, left 16 seconds on the clock. Ball spotted at the 42 of the Cougars. There is the Palmer defense looking to hold serve here in the final 16 seconds and secure victory for their team after the offense comes back with 2 late touchdowns, trailing by 11 in the fourth quarter. And you can hear the Palmer crowd down below us stomping their feet. Second and 7. Newton complete across the way to Walters. Across midfield, that'll be enough for a first down. .9 seconds left to go. Watching the pregame, I was watching Thompson hit from about 35 at the most. Back is Mitchell Newton. The pass intended for Walters incomplete. 6.6 seconds left on the clock. Palmer needs one more stop. Second and 10, but the 6.6 seconds on the clock is the crucial factor. And the sack is going to wrap it up. The sack by Juran Norwood. Timeout called by the Cougars, they say, with 1 second on the clock. Juran Norwood, what a big game for that young man, getting the start. Let's see which quarterback, Rempel or Newton, has the stronger arm, because this is going to take either one of those crazy Cal versus Stanford plays, another Google assignment for you youngsters watching, or a tremendous Aaron Rodgers style heave-ho. Kendrick and Randall are going to be the deep men in this defensive formation. One second left. Newton in, throwing over the middle, and this one is knocked away by Richardson. And congratulations to the Palmer Terrors, improving to 1-1 on the season. Coronado will drop to 0-2. What a great ball game we saw here tonight, folks. But the Terrors get off the carpet and come back from a deficit once again and claim the victory, 26-24 over Coronado. We hope you enjoyed this one, folks. Plenty more high school football coming in the weeks ahead here on each school's YouTube channel. Thank you so much for the tune in. I am Barry Reed. Have a great weekend, everybody.